It's 2003, and the Ballon d'Or, the award given to the best male footballer of the past 12 months, was on the lips of all football fans, as the winner was about to be announced. Thierry Henry, who on paper was the clear favourite to win the award compared to the second favourite, Pavel Nedved, was robbed and the Juventus midfielder took the award home. Since then, there's been a big debate every year about who deserves to win the trophy. So what does it actually take to win the Ballon d'Or? In 1956, former footballer and then sports journalist for France Football and L'Equipe joined forces with other journalists to create the Ballon d'Or. The winner that year was Stanley Matthews, who beat Real Madrid's Alfredo Di Stefano and Raymond Kopa to the award via a voting system which still exists to this day. But more on that later. Since then, the award has been distributed every year except for in 2020 when the award wasn't given due to the coronavirus pandemic. Well, to the unaided eye, the Ballon d'Or is the award given to the best footballer of each calendar year. But that isn't quite true for two reasons. Number one, the winner of the award is chosen by a group of selected football journalists, as well as the manager and captain of every football federation associated with FIFA. There are 211 of them. Multiply that figure by 2, and that is 422 people who get to vote on who they think deserve the award. Add that number to the 180 journalists who are also asked to cast their votes for the top 3 footballers of the year from a selected 30-man shortlist. I think you've already noticed what's wrong with this system. Some of the votes in recent years have been quite biased, to say the least, especially for some 2 players who have dominated the award rankings for the past 15 years. Number 2, the award for some reason shows a great amount of bias in favour for trophies and team accomplishments rather than individual accolades. Considering the fact that the Ballon d'Or is an individual award, I think that's pretty shady to base about 70% of credit for trophies won by a player in his club. Take the 2003 Ballon d'Or for example. Remember earlier on when I said Thierry Henry was robbed? Well, it was mainly due to the fact that Pavel Nedved won the treble with Juventus, whilst Thierry Henry won basically nothing with his team. So even though the Frenchman had 60 goal contributions to his name that season, the Czech midfielder took the award home with just 14 goals and 11 assists. For context, Martin Odegaard bagged 15 goals and 8 assists for Arsenal last season. So if he won the treble, he probably would make a case to have won the Ballon d'Or, which, no disrespect to the Norwegian midfielder, I don't particularly think that makes a lot of sense, considering the Ballon d'Or is an individual award and not a team award. I wouldn't have much of a problem with this system if it was actually consistent. So, fast forward to 2013. Bayern at the end of the season had won the UEFA Champions League, the Bundesliga, as well as the German Cup. The treble, pretty impressive, right? On the other hand, Real Madrid won, well, the Spanish Super Cup and nothing else. The 2 favourites to win the Ballon d'Or, Franck Ribéry and Cristiano Ronaldo. Ribéry with 40 goal contributions while Ronaldo had a crazy 81. Considering what happened in 2003, you would expect Ribéry to take the award home, right? No, Ronaldo was given the Ballon d'Or. I know 81 goal contributions is a crazy number, but where's the consistency? So, the big question is, can I rightly predict who will win this year's Ballon d'Or? Well, let's find out. This year, the top 5 favourites to win the Ballon d'Or are Kevin De Bruyne, Kylian Mbappe, Julian Alvarez, Erling Haaland, and of course, Lionel Messi. Some honourable mentions are Rodri, Vinicius Jr. and Mohamed Salah. In terms of total goal contributions last season, Julian Alvarez is bottom with 24 goals and 4 assists for club and country. KDB is next with 13 goals and 31 assists, followed by Messi with 38 goals and 25 assists, Mbappe with 55 goals and 12 assists, and finally Erling Haaland with a crazy 61 goals and 11 assists. Gives you the idea that Haaland probably should be favourite to claim the award. But then, trophies come into play, with Messi and Alvarez winning World Cups, with 3 Man City players winning the treble, as well as Messi and Mbappe winning the French First Division alongside the French Super Cup last season. The landscape changes quite a lot, I'd say, but there's no clear representation of which trophy is superior to the other. So to fix that, let's create a points-based system for trophy. We'll give 1 point for the Super Cup, 3 points for the French League, 3 points for the FA Cup, 4 for the Premier League, 6 for winning the Champions League, and 9 for the World Cup. Now that we have a clear point system in place, we'll do the same for goal contributions. Haaland with 5 points, Mbappe with 4, Messi with 3, De Bruyne with 2, and Alvarez with a single point. Now we see the rankings taking shape, but we've got some more points to give out for impact made throughout the season for both club and country. There will be 10 points available to pick up, 6 for club team and 4 for the national team. Starting off with Kevin De Bruyne, who was instrumental in Manchester City's treble charge, coming up with important goals notably against Arsenal.
On going! Brilliant!
But injuries later on in the season hampered his impact for the club. The national team, though, was a different story for Kev, as an underwhelming performance from Belgium saw them go out in the group stages of the 2022 Qatar World Cup. I'll give him a 6 out of 10. Julian Alvarez follows. He was great for Manchester City as a sort of super sub last season, but he chipped in with his fair share of goals and assists, as well as being really good for Argentina, scoring 4 goals in the World Cup. 7 out of 10. Next, we have Erling Haaland. Once again, absolutely incredible for Manchester City, breaking the record for all-time goals in a single Premier League season with 36. But yet again, he was really poor with his national team, as Norway failed to qualify for the World Cup. 7.5 out of 10. In second place, tough one, but I'll say Kylian Mbappe. As expected, he tore the French league up. I know people say it's a Farmers League, give him the benefit of the doubt. Really good for his national team as well, leading the team to the World Cup final with 8 goals and a Hall of Fame performance in the final. 9 out of 10. Who else to top the impact charts than Lionel Messi? There's not much to say really. Scored 7 goals to lead Argentina to the World Cup. Surprisingly though, people think he wasn't as good for PSG, but the stats speak for itself. GOAT status, 10 out of 10. Alright, adding everything together, we have Mbappe surprisingly bottom with 17 points, Kevin De Bruyne follows with 21, and the top 3 is actually very interesting. In third, Erling Haaland has 25.5 points, followed by Messi as runner-up with 26 points, and Julian Alvarez in first place with 28 points. Surprising, right? Well, let me explain. So the reason Alvarez is on top is because of all the trophies he's won. The World Cup with Argentina, as well as the treble with Manchester City. His total playing time though doesn't warrant the amount of points for the trophy, so we'll exclude him from the rankings and move him down to 5th place. That leaves us with Messi unsurprisingly winning the Ballon d'Or. If you enjoyed this one, I'm pretty sure you enjoy how Brighton's secret strategy took them to the top. Click here to watch that.